Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udiraye. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata-sevayā bhagavati uttamashloke bhaktir bhavati nishtake. Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajeshatanya Stadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachitupasana Vrajavadhu Vargena Va Kalpita Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Pramanamamalam Prema Pumartho Maha Śrī Caitanya-Mahāprabhur Matamidam Tatradharana Para Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vajrata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Canto 10, Chapter 31 today. We are beginning a new chapter entitled The Gopis' Song of Separation. So in the last chapter, chapter number 30, we were reading about the Gopis' search for Krishna and how they were mad in separation of the Lord, and seeing his footprints, the symbols on his lotus feet, how they were remembering his different leelas, how they were thinking of him, how they were absorbed in Krishna consciousness. And now, this chapter, chapter 31, is entitled The Gopis' Song of Separation in Sanskrit or Hindi, also called as Gopi Gita, which is very, very special and esoteric also. And it is one of the, like secrets kind of wrapped within the Canto 10, you can say, because it's very, very confidential also. So let's pray to the Gopis, let's pray to Shri Radha Krishna so that we can try to read, hear, and understand this chapter in the right consciousness. I'm going to share my screen. We will study the chapter summary first. So would someone like to read the summary, and then we will move forward and read the other elements, shlokas. Anyone feeling inspired to read the summary?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Haribol. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, I can read, Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
The Gopis' songs of separation. This chapter relates how the Gopis, overwhelmed by the feeling of separation from Krishna, sat down on a bank of the Yamuna and began praying for his audience and singing his glories. Because the Gopis had dedicated their minds and very lives to Krishna, they were beside themselves with the transcendental pain of separation. But their crying, which appears like evidence of misery, actually shows their exalted state of transcendental bliss. As it is said, Yata Dekha Vaishnavar Vaya Vayavar Vayabraha
Vyavahar.
व्यवहार दुखा निश्चय जनी जनेहा से ही Paramananda Sukha. Whenever one sees a Vaishnava acting unhappy, one should know it for sure that he is actually experiencing the highest spiritual bliss. Thus, each of the gopis begin addressing Lord Shri Krishna according to her individual mode of ecstasy, and they all prayed for him for his mercy. At the as the pastimes of Krishna spontaneously arouse in the minds of the gopi, they sang their song, which relieves the agony of those suffering from the burning pain of separation from Krishna, and which bestows supreme auspiciousness. They sang, O Lord, O lover, O cheater, when we remember your smile, your loving glances, and your pastimes with your boyhood friends, we become extremely agitated. Remembering your lotus face adorned with the lock of blackish hair smeared with the dust of the cows, we become irrevocably attached to you. And when we remember how you followed the cows from forest to forest with your tender feet, we feel great pain. In their separation from Krishna, the gopis considered a single moment an entire age. Even when they had previously seen him, they had found the blinking of their eyelids intolerable, for it blocked their vision of him for a fraction of a second. The, as- the aesthetic sentiments for Lord Krishna and the gopis expressed may appear like symptoms of lust, but in reality, they are manifestations of their pure desire to satisfy the Supreme Lord's spiritual senses. There is not even the slightest trace of lust in these moods of the gopis. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you so much, Deepika Mataji, for joining and reading this summary of this beautiful chapter. So, one very important point here. Yata dikha Vishnavira vyavahara dukha nischay janiha se paramananda sukha. So, the tears of separation of a devotee from the Lord are not like someone in the material world crying for mundane thing. The tears of a pure devotee in love and separation are much different. So actually they are in the topmost happiness, Paramananda Sukha. One should not think, oh, he's crying out of some, like why do materialistic people cry? Like someone loses their job, they'll cry. Someone loses a dear family member, they'll cry. Someone loses their income, they'll cry. Or their car gets an accident, they'll cry. But the gopis are crying, oh, we cannot see Krishna for a moment. Right? They're blaming the creator, Brahma, oh, why you have these eyelids for that fraction of a second. When we blink our eye, it's a fraction of a second, right? That they're blaming Brahma Dev, that you are a faulty creator. Why you create these eyelids? For it blocks our vision for that fraction of a second. So they are at a very, very transcendental and elevated stage. So this may seem like lust, but as the acharyas are clarifying, it is pure love. If it was lust, why would Shukdev Goswami mention it in the pages of Bhagavatam, which is the Amala Purana? Hmm? So when we read here about these pastimes, we should not think about some boy, girl, or some actor, actresses of Hollywood, Bollywood from this world. They otherwise will not be able to appreciate it in the right mood in the context. But unfortunately, all we have experience and all we have exposure to is more of this world and this world's pictures and films and whatnot. So therefore, it's hard for us. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada and the Acharyas often caution us that we should be careful while reading and hearing such pastimes, and not take them in a mundane way. These are the purest pastimes spoken by the purest of the devotees, heard by the purest of the souls like Parikshit Maharaj. And it will have a very pure effect if we receive in the pure consciousness. So let's try to begin this chapter. Gopya uchuhu jayati te dhikam janmana vraja shrayata indira shashvadatrahi dayati drishyata dikshutavakastvai tvam vichinvate. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. The Gopis said, O beloved, your birth in the land of Braja has made it exceedingly glorious, and thus Indra, the goddess of fortune, Indira, the goddess of fortune, always resides here. It is only for your sake that we, your devoted servants, maintain our lives. We have been searching everywhere for you. So please show yourself to us. Purport. Those who are familiar with the art of chanting Sanskrit verses will be able to appreciate the especially exquisite Sanskrit poetry of this chapter. Specifically, the poetic meter of the verses is extraordinarily beautiful. And also, for the most part, in each line, the first and the seventh syllables begin with the same consonants, as do the second syllables of all the four lines. Hare Krishna. So it's a Gita, Gopi Gita. And therefore, when in the Sanskrit, when one person is speaking, like Arjuna Uvacha, but when multiple people, plural, are speaking, we say Uchu, like Rishya Uchu. Now here, Gopya Uchu. Gopya Uchu means all the plural gopis. Gopis together are singing. What are they singing? This whole song is spoken. It's very similar, if you recall, to this verse specifically, is very similar to what Srimati Radharani was also speaking. Anatha Ramana Preshta Kwasi Kwasi Mahabhuja Dasyastu Kripanaya Me Sakhi Darshaya Sannidhim. O Lord, O my dear, O the one who protects everyone, where are you? Where are you? O mighty armed one. We are your wretched servants. Please give your darshan to us. And that's what the gopis are also saying. Jayati te dhikam. Jayati Tedikam. The land, Vrajaha. Janmana Vrajaha. Your birth in the land of Vraja has made it exceedingly glorious. Bhagavan ka janm kya hua? Vraja, Jaya. So all glories we say. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Vrindavan Dham, Jai Giri Govardhan. So Jaya, glorious, all glories. Jayati te adhikam, exceedingly glorious. Why is it glorious? Because the Lord, Janmana, Janm hua, kahan pe? Vraja. Shrayate Indira. Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. Everyone is running after Lakshmi, but the goddess of fortune resides where? In that place. Because where there is Kṛṣṇa, there's, there's goddess of fortune. Shashvata. Shashvat means always, not just for some time. Lakshmi is said to be chanchal, right? ऐसा बोलते टिकता नहीं है, right? So, but Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, good fortune, always resides in Vraja, or where there is Kṛṣṇa. Shrayata Indira Shashvadatrahi Atra, here, indeed. Daite Drishyatam. Om, our beloved, give us what? Drishya. We want to see you. Where? In all the directions. Dikshutavakas. So it is only for your sake that we are here, your devotees. We are maintaining our lives. So that's a nice point, that the purpose of our life is what? We maintain our life, or we maintain our car for a purpose, let's say. What is the purpose of the car? We put fuel, we put oil, we put brakes and whatnot. Why do we maintain the car?
To travel, to reach somewhere.
Yes, to reach our destination.
Yes.
Similarly, why do we maintain our body? Or why should we maintain?
To reach Golokdham.
Yes, to reach our real destination. But majority of the people, why do they maintain? Oh, so they can get a good husband, good wife, good children, or maybe they can show off, oh, I have six-pack, or good body, right? Everyone wants a beauty, makeup is like $1 billion industry. So that I can get more likes and comments and feedback on Facebook and Instagram. That's what most people do. But the devotees, why are they maintaining their body? Is to serve Guru and Krishna, so that we can reach our real destination, and that is to be with Krishna. So that's the purpose. Drishyata. That's why Dhrita us savaha, our life here, we are holding our life here. Tvam vichinvate, searching for you, right? We have been searching for you everywhere, for you. So please come, give your darshan. And that's why we are holding our life here. So we'll read some commentary from the Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. The gopis are singing that the Vraja has become very, very glorious. Okay, why Vraja has become glorious? Can anyone tell? Right?
Because it's Krishna's birthplace.
Yes, because Krishna was born. Janmana Vraja. And I would encourage everyone to at least memorize this verse. We'll do it together also. But you you can see also and try to memorize. Jayati te dhikam janmana vraja Shrayata indira shashvadatrahi Daita drishyata dikshutavakas Tvaidritas vas Tvam vichinvate. I'm going to open, I think Sri Caitanya Prabhu and others have sang this.
Want to make poetry
So I'm
even
going
more
to
powerful by integrating AI?
I'm going to
Well, in
open
this
some
video, I'm
senior
going to show you all
Vaishnavas
the steps.
recording. And this is very, very celebrated prayers, by the way. Gopi Gita. This is very, very celebrated. Okay, we found one. So we'll hear.
जयति ते दिकं जन्मना व्रजा श्रयत इन्दिरा शाश्वदात्रहि दयितदृश्यता दीक्षुतावका त्वयि धृतासवा त्वां विचिन्वते. शरदुदाशये तादुजातसा तरसि जोदरा प्रेमशादृशा सुरतनाथ ते अशुल्कदासिका वरदनिघ्नतो नेह किं वदा.
Like that, there are many, many verses. I'll send this so you can hear this every day. This was very, very dear to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. And this is very, very special. And the highest of the highest prema parikashta, love in separation, is mentioned here. So if we hear in the right consciousness and try to absorb and meditate on the meaning, and we will certainly be very, very happy and also try to develop that mood. Okay, so the gopis are saying, Krishna, please give your darshan. You have taken birth in Vraja. Jayati te dikam janmana vraja. It's very, very glorious because the goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, resides there. Where you are there, goddess Lakshmi is always there. Now Krishna says, what should I look at? And the gopis says, oh, in this happy Vrindavan, those who are dedicated to you, daite drishyatam, those who are dedicated to you, You're dying in separation. Those who are dedicated to you are dying in separation as they're searching for you, right? You're saying, what should I look at? But there are your devotees, right? Why are you putting your devotees in danger? Tvai dhritasvas, they're holding their breath, their life air, just to be with you. Should you not think about how difficulty are they in? How much difficulty are they in? How have I put you in difficulty? We have offered Dhrita Arpita, all our life here. Dhrita Arpita. We've given our life heirs to you. And we are maddened by you. Remaining within our bodies had burned in the fire of separation, and we had died. But instead, our life heirs are happily residing within you, O joyful master. But Krishna says, but if your life heirs are happily situated, how can your bodies be in danger? In Gopis, it seems that you derive constant happiness from seeing our misery. Right? So there's a transcendental deep rasa going on here. The second syllable, ya, in this verse, the second syllable, ya, of each line is the same. Did everyone notice that how? Okay, as we read here, the second syllable of all the 4 lines. In each line, for the most part, in each line, the first and the 7th syllable begin with the same consonant. And so do the second syllable of all the 4 lines. The second syllable, what is that? I think in Hindi it makes it a little bit easier. Ja, ya, shra, ya, da, ya. Tvai, tva, ya. It's tva, ya. So that's the syllable ya, as mentioned. And for the most part of the verses, in each line, the first and the 7th syllable begin with the same consonant. This has been described in the Mukta Phala Tika of Vopa Deva. So will everyone try to memorize this verse? Will one or two of you like to recite in the meter we are trying to start? Jayati. So we're taking a small break here, right? Jayati te dhikam janmana vraja shrayata indira shashvadatrahi daita drishyata Dikshutavaka Tvaidritasvas Tvam Vichinvate. Will anyone want to try, please? You can see and speak. I'm not requesting to memorize. You can memorize at home.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Raj, please.
Jayati te dikham janmana vraja shrayata indira shashvadatrahi daita drishyata dikshutavakas tvaidruta shva tvaidruta savas tvam vijinvate. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Very nice. Thank you. So this is the first verse of the Gopi Gita. And by the way, you have the whole Gopi Gita also. So you can easily find on many ISKCON devotees have recited this Gopi Gita. So you can easily find many videos on the Gopi Gita. Okay, so please try to memorize this. I will go to the next verse. Would anyone like to read this?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I can read.
Please.
साधुता साधु जात सरसी जोदर श्री मुसादिता सुरतनाथ ते तो प्रदासिका वरध्वनि विघ्नसो Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Lord of love, in beauty your glance excels the world of the finest, most perfectly formed lotus within the autumn pond. O bestower of benedictions, you are killing the maidservants who have given themselves to you freely without any price. Isn't this murder? Purport. In the autumn season, the world of the lotus has a special beauty, but that unique loveliness is surpassed by the beauty of Krishna's glance. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for so nicely singing this. So the word Ra here is, you see, so this meter is common. The second syllable of each line is same. Sha, Ra, Sa, Ra, Su, Ra, Va, Ra. Right? You notice that? And also, for the most part, the first and the seventh consonant is the same. So this verse talks more about the Krishna's beauty. The previous verse talks about that how the devotee wants their main thing is they are holding their life for Krishna. They're always desiring to have the darshan of Krishna. Krishna darshan lalasa. We have discussed that before also. That's the only goal and whole and soul of their lives. This verse talks about Krishna's beauty, which is compared to what? What is the comparison here?
The world of a lotus.
And we have seen that Krishna's beauty is often compared to lotus, right? Like lotus feet, lotus navel, lotus arms, right? In the youth class, we were discussing this beautiful verse. Kararavinde mukharavindam Kararavinde napadarvindam mukharavinde viniveshayantam Vatasya Vatasya patra puteshayanam balam mukunda manasa smarami. With his lotus hand, taking his lotus feet, the lotus toe, putting in the lotus mouth and trying to suck that. This is Krishna. So here also we see that his beauty is compared to Sharasi Ja, which is, and not just the Sharas, the whirl of the flower is the most beautiful, right? The center. And that too, not just any in the autumn pond. So the most finest of the season, the finest of the lotus, and the finest of the finest whirl of the lotus. So that's, you're killing your maidservants who have given themselves to you freely, right? Generally, if someone has a servant, what? They have some shulka. Shulka means some pay, right? It's more Like in India, many people may have servant, or even if you hire someone to do a job here, to a plumber or someone, they'll have to pay something. You have to pay some shulka, right? But here, ashulka, there is no shulka. So a pure servant does not serve for shulka, right? Does not see what will I get. Oh, if I serve prasadam in the temple, how much will I get? Right? That is not the purest intention, right? Because pure bhakti is ahetuki, without hetu, and apratihata, right? So ashulka, varada nignato, na kim vadaha. Is it not like murder? So let's see what the conversation Srila Krishna Chakravarti Thakur is explaining. So now you see this whole is a scene. In the previous verse, imagine like a transcendental drama. That's what the acharyas are able to help us understand. In the previous verse, what they were saying, the gopis were saying, "Hey Krishna, you should appear. Give us your darshan. Your devotees are dying, right? Why don't you give your darshan, right?" Then Krishna said, "Well, how can you insinuate that I want to make you unhappy?" Because in the last conversation, what were the gopis saying? That you are trying to make them unhappy by not being present before them. So how can you say, Krishna is saying, that I am trying to make them unhappy? The gopis say, well, not only do you want to see us suffer, but you are killing us. That is your intention. That is the intention of this verse. Then the gopis continue, your glances beg us for amorous pleasures. Suratanatha. Suratanatha. That's a word used. Oh Lord of the love. Natha means Lord. Suratanatha. Oh Lord of the love. And give us Varada. Krishna is called the one who gives benedictions. He's also called Varadraj, right? Vara means benediction, or boon, right? Kya var chahiye, right? Varada. Moreover, your glances, which are emanating the blazing fire of prema, are killing nignata. See, I'll just open this verse so you can see the word to word. Also, you are killing. Krishna actually kills our lust through his glances. So actually, yes, that's true, because Krishna destroys our material hankerings by his darshan. Therefore, the acharyas say, hey, don't go to Keshi Ghat in Vrindavan. If you have desire for name, fame, prestige, family, this, that, don't go to. And even if you get there, don't see Krishna, because he will kill all of your material desires, right? He's an expert killer, right? So with his glances, he's shooting arrows, which are blazing fire of prema. So very, very poetry. So we have to appreciate the poetry here, not just try to like understand the spirit and the mood here. Your maid servants who are purchased off for free, ashulka, without shulka, koi payment nahi diya, you're free. Dasika, we are your maid servants. Therefore, oh Varada, the one who gives benedictions, you have ruined the from the. You have ruined our happiness in this world and in the next. The Vara. Further, If we were in fact your property, then there would be no fault in your throwing away or burning up your own possessions. But actually, you did not buy us with any payment, right? You didn't give any payment. So they're joking, and but actually, you did not buy us. Nor have you accepted us in marriage, right? So nor have you accepted us in marriage, because so we are not your property. We are unpaid servants. We are just free maid servants. Due to our innocent foolishness, we became slaves out of our own free will. We were foolish. We were innocent, and we became innocent, free slaves. In describing the beauty of Krishna's glance, so the beauty of Krishna's glance is described primarily in this verse, which or kill our material desires and give us what? Prema, pure love. The Krishna's power, and we know that, right? The famous story of lust or Madan, right? Mother. The Cupid was trying to enchant or throw his 5 arrows of love on Krishna, and then Krishna gave a sidelong glance, and then Cupid, fainted and fell off the tree. So this is the power of Krishna's beauty. Krishna's beautiful lotus eye, Nama Pankaja. Nama Pankaja. Maline Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Pankaja Maline, Nama Pankaja Netraya, Namaste Pankaj Angriye, Pankaja Netra, lotus eyed. So the gopis say your glance steal the beauty of the best blooming lotus. Yes, you are a stealer, you are Hari. You steal the beauty of Shat Sara Sija. And where Sadhu Jatam, in the saintly land. Let's see this beautiful prayer. Sharad Sadhu Jata, from where? Which are growing in the excellent land of Vraja. In this way, the gopis describe the extraordinary beauty, the fragrance, the coolness of Krishna's lotus eyes by comparing them to the super excellent lotus flower, autumnal lotus flower. And the gopis says, yes, indeed, the glance of yours has trespassed into the private chambers of a respectable person of good upbringing, which are completely inaccessible to be common man, and has stolen by sprinkling a powder of mohana and unmada. Have sometimes these kidnappers, they sprinkle some powder, or like these days they may make someone smell some chloroform or something, and they may put them into some intoxication or hallucination, or so that they can steal whatever possessions they may have, right? This is like the perverted reflection. So what the gopis are saying, that you have sprinkled a powder of what? Moha, bewilderment, and unmada, madness. How? By your glances. So, and that's true actually, right? Krishna and the devotees and the pure, aren't we also spellbound by pure devotees? By Srila Prabhupada? Yes, a devotee is mad in love with Krishna. Yes, a devotee is mad in love with Guru. Yes, a devotee. And materialists, they are mad in love with material possessions, or material things, or material name, fame, etc. So, should we become mad in love with Krishna and Guru, or should we become mad in love with the material things? That is our choice. Either we become bewildered by Maya or we become bewildered by Krishna, in Krishna's love, in short. In short, that log kahin pagal ho gaya ye, right? Are you crazy? You're such a young person, right? Why are you chanting Hare Krishna? Oh, when you get to your 60s, 70s, 80s, or maybe hundreds, and you still have few days left, then you chant Hare Krishna, right? Then you go to holy places, then you read Gita, Bhagavatam, right, Sampada? You are young girl, why are you chanting Hare Krishna? Why are you reading Bhagavatam? You have so much to do in life. So devotees can understand. Non-devotees will say, no, no, this is wrong. Hmm? So we have to see whom we want to listen. So your thieving eyes, your stealing eyes made us crazy, and we are freely turned over the treasure of our intimate love, also our life bears. Out of fear, you should now reveal, because you're killing thousands of women, you're killing thousands of us. Now you should show your darshan. So we covered two verses primarily today. In the first verse, you're talking, Krishna Gopis are talking, give us your darshan. In the second verse, talking about Krishna's beauty, especially about his lotus eyes, comparing to an autumnal whirl of a lotus. Any thoughts, comments so far? Additions? Is it all somehow we're able to read, absorb, or is it getting too much? Yes, Sambada, any thoughts?
I like how Krishna attracts everybody, like even us. He attracted us to come to ISKCON or like to chant his names and everything. So it's ultimately him that's attracting us to him. It's kind of nice to know that.
Beautiful. I would love to hear from everyone how Krishna or Krishna consciousness attracted you, or what element, what aspect of Krishna / Krishna consciousness / Bhakti Yoga / ISKCON, all this like same bucket attracted you as an individual. Will everyone like to share one or two points? Yes, Sampradaya, you want to start?
For sure. When I was like young, maybe like seventh grade or eighth grade in quarantine, my mom used to listen to these Bhagavad-gatas and everything like those. And then I used to like sit next to her and then listen to them. And then that was really nice. And then one day I discovered these kirtans. I don't know if you know Mayuri Gandharvika, but she is a disciple of Indradyumna Maharaj. And she used to sing all these Hare Krishna kirtans. And then I found them apparently in YouTube, and they were like really attracting. So I was like, wow, even she's young and she's chanting. So maybe like I should also do the same thing. And she's also like my age. And it was like really nice.
Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, when we were in New Vrindavan, about 2 months back or so, 3 months back, we heard her kirtan. She was also there at that time. There was a kirtan festival going on there. So yes, when we see like-minded and like background, like similar age people, and it inspires. So basically, the kirtan and the katha, like Krishna attracted you through those, which is amazing. Beautiful. Anyone else wants to share?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam, all Krishna Prabhupada. For me, the first time I got attracted to ISKCON or like even to know more about Krishna, it was through nursing Aarti. So at a program, it was in my home in Chicago. Sundarkand, actually. It was Sundarkand. So at the end of the program, the lady sang Nursing Aarti. And the tune, it was so, attracting that I inquired later on that you sang this Aarti, like, where is this from? And like, where I can get the whole lyrics and all. So she told me. And that's how I started. And then I got to attend Kirtan, and the Kirtan from ISKCON devotees, like it's just no match. Like they sing with heart, like, put their full heart and soul. So that was another one. And then when I came here to Jackson, scriptures, like, I had that thing in my heart that, somewhere someone should be reading the scriptures. Like, I mean, I just wanted to read and never had that kind of association. So that also attracted me. And then finally the food and also the process of chanting. So there are so many things that I find it very attracting. And then the way, the process itself, like how we can connect to Krishna. So everything is just awesome. Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences about nourishing Arti and Kirtans and Katha and philosophy. Beautiful. Anyone else wants to share?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So for me, I was listening to Bhagavad Gita lectures in the Mayavadi philosophy, and I was trying to understand their philosophy through those lectures. But when the person who was giving the lecture, he was a very good orator. So he came to chapter 7 and he said, now we have to talk about Krishna because it is Bhagavad Gita is about Krishna. So he sort of started talking about Krishna, and then that was very attractive. And yeah, that's one of the things that attracted me.
Fun.
Krishna.
Basically, Krishna Katha.
That's amazing.
Beautiful. And Krishna Katha, Krishna Kirtan, which is Krishna's name, and non-different from Krishna. So in short, Krishna attracts, and that's why he's so merciful, so magnanimous. So he expands, or he has given so many ways. Like for some people, the holy places may be very attractive. For some, the Ekadashi fasting, right? For some, the Tulasi Devi worshipping, some Arati, right? Some Kirtan, some Prasadam, which attracts everyone, right? Some Katha, right? Some service. Some may be inspired by books, some may be inspired by book distribution. So many countless ways are there, right? So we should recall these, and bhakti is very, very personal. So how Krishna attracts me, and something to ponder. How can I feel? How can I intensify my attraction towards Krishna, right? There's nothing new to do. We have to just repeat those things, and also make it personal also. Like if someone likes Krishna Katha more, then yes, with all means they can do more. If someone likes deity dressing more, with all means they are welcome and encouraged. Someone likes to make a garden for Krishna, then that may intensify there. So there are a variety of ways, and there's no this only, right? So we have to see what works best for us. There's a lot of variety in this path of bhakti. Any other thoughts, comments anyone has? Okay, so I guess we will pause here and meditate upon these two verses which we have covered. And as we are reading this chapter, and during your extra time, cooking time, drive time, extra time, anytime you get, try to hear more verses or the lyrics, which I'll send some recordings or YouTube recordings, so you can absorb more in the mood and of Gopi Gita. Okay, so we will pause here and continue in the next session. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki Jai. Gopi Geet ki jai, all the gopis ki jai, Jagadguru Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Bhaktavinda ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare